So this is where Merle and Lorraine were living.
And their grandchildren, their guardians of their grandchildren, and that played a big role for us too.
Yes.
So we saw that the piping was had been frozen and busted, siding coming off, windows missing, doors missing. It just was it's not a place where you put someone who served their country that well. That could not stand. When you go through governmental agencies and bureaucracies, that it wasn't going to meet the time frame that Merle had left on the calendar. So it motivated us, and we would, these men that Justin brought up, they worked down in the desert in the heat and would drive 225 miles one way to get up here Friday night, and then we worked from sunrise to sunset on Saturdays and Sundays, and then they'd drive back and do their regular job. So they really supported this undertaking.
And everybody did it without charging.
No charge.
Yep. And you put up money yourself for additional material,
well,
Robert?
When we saw that the grandkids were involved,
the houses need to be bigger.
The house just had to be bigger.
So the package came with a standard veterans package.
It was a standard veteran package. It was a kit. It was fairly complete for what it was, but it was not much larger than about a 2-car garage. And there's the Merle and Lorraine, and then the 3 grandchildren. So we set out and expanded it and added other bedrooms and bathrooms, and we got some help from Supply House in Flagstaff for some fixtures, and we were able to expand it and change the living floor plan so that it suited their family and their lifestyle, and turned out good.
He's the superintendent of the elementary Tuba City Public Schools.
And did you just find out about what you guys are doing?
I guess he read about it. He's our neighbor.
Oh, he's your neighbor, and he's coming in to pitch in to help.
Right, that's what he said.
And is his first day on the job now?
Yes.
Working up a little sweat there?
It's fun. We got vents in there now.
Hey, Greg. How you doing?
Building a house.
Why don't you tell me why you're here?
See that gentleman over there? Merle Sandoval.
Why did Merle fight for America, you feel?
For his country and for his people and for what we hold dear to our hearts.
Did he talk to you about that
Yes.
a bit? And
Yes.
Because he went through quite a bit to fight for the United States.
Right.
And is that a picture of him in the war?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and that's
It's
can you point him
taken-
out for us?
It's taken on Iwo Jima, and they were setting up their radio station,
Okay.
and he is here. This is General Rocky and a lieutenant, and there's 2 other co-talkers with him that were assigned with him. But he's taken a message from the lieutenant.
Oh, my dad, I'm so proud of him. He's just my pride and joy for what he did for our country, and I'm just so proud, and it's just amazing what they did do. And I think the biggest thing I'm real proud about him is that he was able to endure what he did in Iwo Jima, and then to come home and just be a plain old citizen without really having the chance to talk about the heroics he was able to do, and not really realizing it. It was his duty, as he always says. As a Marine, he wanted to go in and protect the country, and that's what he did.
How do you feel about your grandfather serving in the military as a Marine?
Well, when I was young, I always used to go to his house and see all these pictures of him during World War II in his uniform, and ever since I was small, I've always been proud of him. And I've always wanted to be like him. I'm very proud of him right now, knowing that he's a Navajo code talker, served in the Marines, served our country, and I'm really proud of him.
Cool. So, what's your name?
Sean?
What's your last name, Sean?
Yazzie. Sean Yazzie.
Okay. So, tell me why you're here.
Well, I'm just here helping out Merle, the veteran, with his house. He doesn't really have no help, so I guess me and my brother are here helping him.
And how long have you known Merle?
So far about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. We've been doing stuff for him for about 2 weeks now.
How did you find out about him?
Through Randy. I guess that's her grandpa, and Randy's my kind of like my aunt. So that's how I got a hold of him.
Okay. And she told you about the situation?
Yeah.
With the house
Yeah,
and they had
yeah.
the lumber?
Yeah, they need some help.
Well, how do you feel about that, as far as the lumber being dropped and the house not being built?
Well, it's not good, you know what I mean? Merle went to war and risked his life. And, people around here are really willing to help him, And he went there to, fight for them while they stay here, you know what I mean? Why don't they lend him a hand? That's what I think. And
Is that why you're helping him?
Yeah, that's why I'm helping him.
Do you feel that's part of your commitment as a Navajo to help
others?
Help
Yeah, I feel that is.
Well, as a veteran yourself, do you feel this is since Merle had spent time as a Navajo and giving his and risking his life for the U.S., do you feel this is a payback from you as a citizen of the U.S. to help a code talker, a Navajo?
Well, certainly, but one of the
we
things
could ever pay that back.
I don't think that's.
I don't think we'd ever pay that back.
I don't
this
think
is just small.
Yeah.
This is small. I don't think we could pay that back.
The fact that we have so many veterans that are around the community and actually over the country that need to be paid a little more attention to, and hopefully they'll respond, and there'll be others that will come out and do something. Look, it takes some time, takes a little money, but it's you get paid back. My life's enriched. The boys, the family, we're enriched for life. And the gifts that the Navajos, and particularly this family, have given us are very meaningful to the Navajo, and we take it deeply spiritually, and it enriches us.
We're going to a small island by the name of Iwo Jima, and so we found out where we were going after our training and ready to go on duty as coach hawkers. And we landed February 19, 1945, and we went right to work. Messages were sent all day long, all night long. Messages were received and transmitted until we finally got situated, and it went on and on and on for the next 28 days or so. And there were still a lot of close calls because that island was so short, 8 miles long and about 2.5 miles wide, and it was not safe anywhere. Artillery could reach us, their motors could reach us, and their rockets could reach us, and I survived 28 days, and we left, and most of the island was secured, and there's only a few Japanese left, maybe 1,000 or less out of 23,000 that were defending the island. And we did a lot of really important messages, and the Japanese couldn't decipher our messages.